So make sure we are communicating, make sure we're helping the helper in place, and they were on that last possession defensively.
Defense has been the story so far. Team to combine 3 for 16. Barry Wallace got a 3. Freshman in conference games, leading the Big Ten in three-point percentage.
Letting it fly. I mean, play free.
Petra Bojan, the freshman out of Croatia, with a nice move inside.
Job done. You don't want to overcomplicate things in the paint. You don't have a lot of time, number one.
Bryant too strong on the 3. Rebound to Hargrove. See if Nebraska can find a rhythm. Their offense is predicated on movement and pace. At that 5 position to play 35 minutes a game, which leads the Big Ten. There is a lot of heart and soul being poured this season for the Illini, and right on cue.
Instead of a 2-day prep physically, it's like a 1 day of film and just 1 day of physical prep. You know, that's something that Amy Williams says we cannot afford to put them on the line, because as a unified attack of their offensive production. So she said we have to play clean. And both teams, as you said, their rotations are tight, so you have to try to get these road wins if you're Nebraska, but Illinois trying to ride high and hold the rope.
As Alberti Rimdahl goes towards the rim for 2. Well, McKenzie can hit that shot. They want to get her to the rim.
It looked like she was off balance on that particular possession.
Markowski a little off balance there, still able to hit.
And the low.
A 10-second difference game in shot clock.
Isolation here, trying to clear Bostic.
Yes, from the baseline.
Nice. We knew that they executed that to perfection.
With 3, Prince finger roll. Bostic now a 5th-year senior. She connects with everybody, even the band. Always appreciated their consistent energy ever since she was a freshman.
Absolutely, no, she's been tremendous.
There's a foul inside with Markowski posting. That goes on Bostic, her first.
Those touches, but you have to stay loose and do your work early as a post defender. Easier said than done, because it is going so rapidly down in there. But you got to do the dance. It's a 2-step down there.
Illinois, but now it's a very small lineup surrounding Bryn Shoup-Hill on the floor.
But we have speed, so you have to utilize what your strength is with this lineup.
In a
nicely. She's going to have to do more of that with Bostic out.
Markowski answers.
Yeah, and both of those mommies, Kim Barnes-Arico and...
Absolutely crushing.
Go Mama.
5 to shoot here for Hargrove. Isley, hard closeout for Wallace. Going to work inside, just inside the free throw line. It's a late shot clock dagger.
Increase a shot opportunity.
Late shot clock again for Wallace, doing it herself. Barry Wallace has got some game as Nisley fires and hits.
So Illinois, you got to be back and be ready. You can't just run to the paint. These shots are going to be flying early and often offensively for Nebraska.
Purple rain nicely for Nisley. You've been on fire. So is Barry Wallace.
Oh, man. Trying to work hard for that extra possession. I mean, right now, the paint points.
In the 4th quarter.
I really love talking with her after practice today, and she just wants to be that great leader for her team. And she said, you know, I had to do that by example. Now I'm talking about it. There's that hard hedge that Nebraska likes to do with Markowski up top and that ball screen.
Stop and pop McKenzie. Yes, that is McKenzie in Illinois' game right there. After just 2 shots against Northwestern, she's taken 16 shots each of the last 2 games.
I like that for her.
Isley short, batted by Markowski, out of bounds to Illinois.
There's that hard hedge again out of that horn set.
Freed up Wallace, and a little too strong. Illinois now 4 for 11 from downtown. Hey, what a find to Markowski. Not a clean shot and a foul on the floor.
You know, Markowski was stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? Good job there by Genesis Bryant. Close that gap and then have a turnover.
Made her think about it, right?
Yeah.
You guys will have good company at halftime. Jack Kaiser, Christy Winter-Scott, glad to have you with us in Champaign. Shoop Hill had it roll all the way around and out. And he'll stay with Illinois, out of bounds off Prince.
I like the selection of shots they're getting.
Falling into the clip they're hoping for is Wallace drives and hits this one.
That's what happens when you play behind, and it's not a bad thing to play behind, but if you beat them to the spot, and you know exactly where Markowski's going to the rack. So you got to beat her there.
Part of playing behind in the post is that anticipation aspect as well.
Where both feet, your heels can't be touching the ground when you're playing post defense. You got to has been applying.
Been better here in the second quarter, but Illinois still shooting just 34%. 5 of the shot clock. Kendall Coley, rainbow three.
Oh, the lift and flick. Oh.
1 second, Bryant, no from half court. And Coley gives Nebraska Uncle Mo going to halftime.
That thing was cold.
Connects with everybody, even the band.
But you have to stay loose and do your work early as a post defender. And when it is going so rapidly down in there, but you got to do the dance. It's a two-step down there. And stay vertical also.
Transition three, Nisley no, Markowski there. McKenzie trying to double, get the jump ball, she did.
But we have speed, so you have to utilize what your strength is with this lineup.
And a much needed three from Shoop Hill.
Drained that one, knocked it home nicely. She's gonna have to do more of that with Bostic out.
Markowski answers. Absolutely crushing it.
Go, Mama.
5 to shoot here for Hargrove. Nisley, hard closeout for Wallace. Going to work inside, just inside the free throw line.
Increase in angle, or increase a shot opportunity.
Late shot clock again for Wallace, doing it herself.
Drop home.
Barry Wallace has got some game as Nisley fires and hits.
Be ready. You can't just run to the paint. These shots are going to be flying early and often offensively for Nebraska.
Purple rain nicely for Nisley. You've been on fire. So is Barry Wallace.
Oh, man. First half down in the paint, downstairs as I like to call it. But they've got to pay those shots off. And I'm sure Shauna Green discussed that and said as much. Like, we're getting the looks we want. We got to finish.
Got to finish inside, just what Markowski did
in front of the rim.
I mentioned Bryant held to 3 points for Illinois in that first half. On the attack early. Bostic back in the game, and the follow goes. A reminder that Jasmine Brown-Hager went out in the first quarter with an apparent injury and has not re-entered the game since. It has been Barry Wallace playing in her place.
She is on the bench, though, but she has her sweat pants on, so I don't know what that means. Hopefully, she's just keeping warm. Oh, a lot of different things along the way.
That's the Christie vocab. Here's Callan Hake, underside of the rim, and the follow from Petrie. Bounce for Nebraska, now on top by 3. Going for a second straight win after beating Maryland on the road Thursday. What a find to Shoop Hill, and one. Well, two pretty low turnover teams. There's 4 turnovers last game for the Illini, a program record against Penn State. Bryant launches, and got a 3.
There she is. Assist to go along with 2 rebounds as well from the perimeter position.
There's a fading shot from Markowski and called for the foul. Real quick. Kick out. Hake. Batted away from Prince out to Bryant. Illini on the run. Contact. It's a charge.
Yeah. Bryant would have been better served. Here comes that high ball screen. They like to run Bryant and Bostic together with it. And then a weak side pin down by Bostic looking for her on the spray out.
McKenzie got it. And one.
This is home.
She drives like she's one of the turtle shells in Mario Kart. In attack mode. They bounce to Shoop Hill, circles out.
Smart decision there to get it out.
Down the baseline, Bryant, and it rolls home.
That mid-range for Bostic and from 3 for Markowski.
She's hit 1 inside, a soft touch over Bostic.
At that time, they just showed one body straight behind. She's a willing and effective passer as well if there's a double team.
Nebraska's going to have a real hard time if they're giving up that to McKenzie.
Yeah, what you can't do is defensively to take away the three and let those gaps open up for you. Really tough cut to guard there.
It seems like those lanes have opened up for Illinois here in the second half. What adjustments does Nebraska need to make defensively?
They've got to be on their toes. They have to have their head on a swivel, and they have to be moving. I mean, Illinois has done a better job of moving without the basketball. There's the spot. This ball-you-man mentality off the ball.
Third foul on Markowski. Hargrove rolls it home. Much-needed bucket for the Cornhuskers.
City, a couple of miles away. They brought an entire bus to watch her play in this game tonight.
Wallace to an offense. This looks more like Illinois in the second half.
No doubt.
Rimdahl wrap around two. Hargrove, 2 buckets in a row for her.
Splendid look and finish.
Rimdahl, the transfer from Florida, coming off her best 2-game stretch of the season with 20 against Iowa.
Kendall Bostic just became the all-time leading rebounder for Illinois just a couple of weeks ago.
Incredible to find out the stories of these student athletes and what they do away from the court as well.
Yeah, no doubt. Markowski just documented on Big Ten Network with her dad.
There's McKenzie for 2.
Because of her presence on the floor.
Setting a couple of screens, now rolling. Hake looking for, denied by Bostic.
Defense by Illinois closing those gaps.
Ends up with Hake, short on the 3. Bostic right to Petrie. Reload for Nebraska, driving, rejected. Shupil says, get it out of here.
Oh my goodness, look at the drive, just disallowed. Shupil said.
High screen, Hake navigates, lobbing inside, chase for it. On the ground, scooped up by Bryant. She's got 5. At midcourt with 2. Bryant going all the way. Tough angle. Down on the ground, help to her feet.
Solid paint touches. Both teams have 11 assists, but I just think the connectivity that Illinois has shown on the offensive side has really been fun to watch because of their great spacing and good decisions with the basketball.
It has really picked up in the second half as Markowski goes to work.
We want her to shoot over top of us, and she has been pretty effective with that, knocking in shots over the outstretched arms of the defense.
So good with her angles, and so is McKenzie.
They've needed every bit of that. I mean, they are down to 6 players who have been able to play because of injuries.
Markowski with an answer again, just keeping Nebraska in touch right now.
Maybe they in the single coverage.
We're going to her left. That's the 3rd on Bostic. 3 for Markowski as well. McKenzie rises over the top of Bostic and out of bounds with Bostic in contact on the baseline.
I like Shupil coming from that. Here's that high ball screen by Markowski.
Prince tried to bank it in.
Tried to count on that defense going underneath on that read, but they didn't. They contested it.
Ends up with Markowski, who is rolling in.
Solid leader. And Nebraska as a team also depleted with 2 rotational players out for the season with injury.
McKenzie lost it on the way up. Illinois still with it, and Bostic capitalizes.
On the offensive side, right where she needed to be.
Right back to, reliable. She can't be stopped.
Hey, man. And I think you have to give credit to her teammates.
Bostic with the elbow answers. And a timeout for Shauna Green and Illinois. Back and forth.
Color outside the line sometimes. It might not look like it's supposed to on the whiteboard, but if you have an advantage, you gotta go.
In the post for Petrie, sweeping shot for 2.
Executed. You see Bostic facing up a lot, but I like to see her on the move like that with her back to the basket.
Stop and pop for Rimdahl.
In paint points, they've been getting quality touches, not just by the post players, by the guards as well.
The corner, Wallace got it. This freshman is clutch.
Freshman where? I mean, she does not present as a freshman. She is bringing some.
She misses. It's Nuggets. No Nuggets.
No Nuggets. Let it go. They're not looking. Call their names. So they can come back. At least try to meet the ball. Oh my gosh, you got to have those eyes to catch you, baby.
Prince pull up, yes. 9 points, 8 assists, matching a career high in assists for Prince. Here comes McKenzie. And a ball in the China shot, got it back, and it goes. 2 and a foul for McKenzie, just relentless. Teammates gave her CPR to get her up off the floor.
And they did. They were carrying each other around on the sidelines. Man, I love that stuff. And then they just did the wave over there for Illinois.
And waste 20 more seconds. High screen for Bryant. That's the answer so many times. Bryant fouled with 1.9 of the shot clock. That is perfect.
To that second line of defense, getting tagged as the airborne shooter.
Prince just leans into her, and this is what...
Into this game, second best in the country, shooting 80% as a team.
This league is a beast. Can Nebraska rally? Prince fumbled it. They need a bucket here. Markowski. It's a blocking foul.
See, now they are bringing
same with these 2 free throws. And a soft bounce again. It's been Markowski, and that's about it in the second half as she goes 2 for 2. Now this is Prince with 9.
Only 5 made triples for Nebraska. And that's what Shauna Green with.
Oh, Wallace off her hands.
Oh my God.
Still pinballing right to McKenzie. In transit, McKenzie got it. Plus the foul. A 3-point play machine, and what a
+1.
What a swing.
Man.
And McKenzie makes it a 9.
It's a crusher. But they were going for the steal though.
1 minute to play.
Prince fires. Fouled on the 3. That is exactly what Illinois did not want to do, and Prince is down.
Hopefully she's okay. Let's take a look at it right here. Off the pick and pop action. Oh, and that rolled ankle on the roads out there in the landing space.
Previous plays
Prince
under review.
It's the one thing I hate the most in athletics is injuries.
Using Foley, attempting just 2 free throws all year. 1 for 2 on this trip so far.
Came in, knocked in a triple earlier in this game.
2 for 3, Nebraska pressure coming.
They are capable.
Shooting 2.
So if you're going to play the free throw game, this is a tough team to play that against.
One of the toughest in the country. 2 for 2. Hesitant. Rimdahl cut off. 9 to shoot. Into Markowski, who is fouled. The only issue is it took so much time.
There's a lot of put pressure on it, and they carried her off.
2.
She's been solid. They mess around more right now. 920 points as a freshman.
Slipping. Bostic. 1 more, 2 and a foul. It's been
This one, solid.
matches a season high with 23. Eight straight wins for the Illini. 77-68 the final. A program record 8th straight Big Ten win for a short-handed Illini team. Their heart and soul continues to produce